we were under so much pressure that like we were like painting everything, and we were exhausted by the end of it.
We painted everything in one night.
Yeah,
That was one night we painted everything. Yeah.
in black. Yeah.
In black. Yeah. If you remember on the drop, I tried to get it to sync up with the finished product.
Oh, it hurts my ear.
Oh boy. You had like the delivery set for like the chair to come, but you weren't available to take it on the day.
Oh, I was in the studio.
Yeah, you said, Vanny, I need you to sit, and I sat in the barbershop for like 7 hours.
Oh no.
And then it didn't come because
That's mad.
it was actually coming the next day, and I sat in the barbershop for like 7 hours.
So before the break, we talked about how created a plan on how I was going to build my feature. I probably shouldn't have took nowhere near as long as I did setting off on this journey. I should have probably done it a wee bit sooner. I was kicking myself over that. I was probably wasted by a year or so, in limbo mode, not making that leap, So whenever I was going to do it, I was going for it. No, time came, Croatia, I got that message and all stars were aligning. We agreed of how it's going to happen, but when. So that's when we were all planning on heading away with the studio. But I just said, look, had my fair share of travels, I'm going to stay behind, and sold my ticket to another member in the studio. And that's when I knew that was probably the perfect time to do it. Because again, I was still very young. I think I was about 21,
I think, probably.
Yeah, 20,
that time.
21, yeah. It was like, okay, I'm afraid of what's going to happen here. Regardless, so it was one of the hardest things I had to do, but I knew it had to happen. So, at the time, me and you, I needed help doing that. So you were my go-to person for that. You're the one that I trusted to, sort of help me with this. And it went really well.
I think it went pretty well, yeah. It was just, how long did it take us? About an hour not even an hour to grab everything and...
Oh, see, it was more like painting the, like getting the deliveries. So I timed the deliveries perfectly. Whenever they were arriving, we were finished painting, and I just moved everything in there with you, and then all that was left was really like my station, So yeah, you made a wee video, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Let's have a look at it. I love the music behind it. Oh, bit of a backstory to it, right? The music is it was like a parody thing at the time. It was like the memes at the time. You know.
What are you cheering?
Okay, Grandpa talking about the memes back in the day. The video was meant to be bad, okay? The video was meant to be bad.
Yeah. So just so you say.
Yeah, live laugh, love fights, yeah.
So I get that.
Headphone users warning.
So that's awesome. I also organized a handyman to come in, set everything up.
Yeah.
Now we'll talk about it in a bit more detail. Oh.
If you remember on the drop, I tried to get it to sync up with the finished product.
Oh, it hurts my ear.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
Okay, enough.
Can live with that.
Yeah, so no, it was a bit crazy. Should we edit like a wee thing saying that
Matty is definitely not editing this podcast.
Nope, I'm having nothing to do with the ending. As you can see, my talents.
let's just put a wee disclaimer just in case anyone's listening with their earphones in.
If anyone's listening at all, you mean just a general warning.
Yeah. But yeah, so organize a handyman to come in, fit the door, fit like there's a couple of holes in need to fill in, just to get it fit for purpose. But it did cost quite a bit. And he was like, right, I'll organize like a steel table. That's what we needed, aluminum table. But so that's like fitting a door. Yeah, I just started like bringing things in that I could actually like use. Filled that hole. I think this was like a kitchen area before. But yeah, like somebody fitted like the floor previously, so that was like awesome. But it was basically perfect for what I needed, you know, and perfect size as well. And that was going like the behind that part was going to be my sterilization area, you know, and that was my wee table. But yeah, no, like we were under so much pressure that like we were like painting everything, and we were exhausted by the end of it.
We painted everything in one night.
Yeah,
that was one night we painted everything. Yeah,
in black. Yeah,
in black.
And then I think we were finishing up about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
I think it was about 2 or 3.
Yeah, man, like you were just like falling asleep with barber.
I had a headache from the fumes. It was it was not good.
Yeah. But no, granted, and that's how it turned out. I did go in like in like late evenings and stuff after work, and just kind of done like the artwork.
Yeah, because you hand painted the gold,
everything there,
banner around there.
Everyone used to always ask, you know, it's like, it doesn't mean anything, does it say anything? And I used to just like make up like random stories, you know, just like about what it says. And they're like, no, I think I see it. And I'm going to get in that doesn't say anything.
It's just a bunch of squiggles.
Yeah. But no, that was awesome. I still have like some of the stuff there, and that chair. I still use that chair to this day.
I remember I sat and waited for that chair and it never came.
What?
Well, it did come eventually.
Do you not remember you had like the delivery set for like the chair to come, but you weren't available to take it on the day?
Oh, I was in the studio.
Yeah, you said, Manny, I need you to sit. And I sat in the barbershop for like 7 hours.
Oh, no.
And then it didn't come because
that's mad.
It was actually coming the next day. And I sat in the barbershop for like 7 hours.
You get paid?
Yeah. I got paid at the end in the form of a tattoo.
Oh, man, that's pretty good.
Pretty worth it.
Yeah.
True enough.
Pretty worth it.
Yeah, that reminds me, we need to add to that.
So, Alexi, when you were finished with having the studio already, what was the next move after that?
Oh, yeah. So that was more or less like starting to come into like the finished phase. But yeah, no, the moment of truth came, you know, where it's like, right, you know, whenever everyone got back from their week holiday and stuff, I sat them down. I was like, look, you know, this is really working for me. And I tried to like say why and so on, but truth be told, it didn't matter at that stage. It was going to happen. You know, we were ready, set, you know, ready to go. So after like I give them a notice and stuff, you know, and I was like, right, after I finished, that's me gone basically. I struck a deal with him where I'm going to take my clients with me whenever I leave, because it's a whole thing. No, yep. And then the day came, me and Maddie just grabbed my station, brought it down the stairs, and then just rolled
We wheeled it up the street. People were looking at us going, what the heck are these two guys doing?
Yeah.
I just think you're stealing it.
You know what? It probably did.
It was just like a big like tool station that you know, like a toolbox,
Big,
you know.
It's so much noise as well, rolling it down the street.
Yeah.
So much stuff in it.
Yeah.
And then it got stuck on the footpath when we were trying to cross the road.
I bought that, you know, just kind of, it was like the best tattoo station you could buy, you know, the Meta station. I bought that around the same time I bought my, you know, gold tattoo machine.
So you've just got your new station set up in your nice new studio. Mm-hmm. You've broken away. How were you feeling? Because this was kind of a new beginning.
Oh yeah, no, it was really scary because I didn't know how it was going to go. Because like I don't know whether you know, I sort of thought like, oh, maybe I'm in the back of a barbershop. People think it's going to be very unhygienic and stuff like that. I also made every precaution I could, you know, further away from the doors I could. I put like brushes under the floor, had wee mats there as well. So whenever you come through, you wipe your feet and stuff. And before you come through the door, I mean. And no, like there was never an issue with like hair entering like through the door, because there was a bit of like a, you know, hallway situation going on, you know. So it actually worked out pretty well. But, you know, I was also afraid that like, oh, what if it's seen as like unprofessional? Because I'm in the back of a barbershop, you know, it's, you know, like I didn't know what way it's going to go. but it went really well. It went really, really well. All my customers like came with me. I got even more for the barbershop, and all of the town kind of like knew, you know, to go to me. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. You know, things like really blew up. And, you know, I knew it was the stepping stone though, because it was like, that was what it was, you know, I was saving up to, you know, build my studio, you know.
That's when it kind of went downhill, but
Yeah, that was what, 2019 going into 2020,
yeah.
and we all know what happened there. Yeah. So, no, just to summarize this whole episode, because it did drag on a lot longer than I thought. And I thought it was going to be like 30 minutes, turned into like over an hour. You know, even went for a break before then. But, you know, just to summarize, it wasn't just about the tattoos. It was about the identity and the risk and the growth. It was very personal as an artist. It really told a story of like, I want to tell a story of how I came up, you know. I will admit, ego started to take over, you know, closer to the end there. It was like, you know, I was really feeling myself. And I was a hard sort of lesson of what, like, the ego was shattered later, but, you know, we'll talk about that. I hope this kind of acts as like a bit of motivation as well for people, you know, for anyone on their own path, for anyone sort of, we kept trying, didn't really work out, but there's more on that. But yeah, like if you're on your own journey, keep her lit, you know, and if you know anyone else that is going through like starting their own thing, send them this podcast, you know. I hope they hear it. Hopefully they get something from it. And do tune in for the next episode, because it's gonna be,
it gets a little bit spicy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna get spicy. But yeah. You know, thanks for tuning in, guys, and see you in the next episode. Adios, amigos.